Hey guys, welcome to our review of these, the Sport and Outdo Mifo S headphones. Today we're going to check them out and see how they sound, how they are to use, and if I think you should get them. All of that soon to come, but first if you guys could please like and subscribe, that'd really help me out as a small channel. I'm trying to make it to 1,000 subscribers and everyone helps, so if you could do that, that'd be awesome. And also I feel like I need to point out that these were sent to me for free for review by the company who made them. There's no complications, I can say whatever I want, but I didn't actually pay for them and I do feel like I gotta put that out there. With all that out of the way, let's get into this. Okay, so let's get into this. These headphones come with standard 6 hours of battery life, and the case itself actually has a huge amount, 34 hours of battery life in it. All that's pretty great. That's the basic specs. I mean, they're wireless earbuds. You put them in your ears, you all know how those work. But let's get into the important part. How do they sound? They actually sound okay. They don't have a whole lot of bass and they have a rather flat frequency response. There's not a whole lot of separation of instruments, especially in like metal and like probably like some rock tracks. Everything kind of starts to blend together and there isn't a whole lot of instrument separation. That doesn't mean you can't hear the voices. Vocals are clear and everything else like that you can definitely hear. It's not a bad experience by any means, but you're not going to get as much separation as you would on something like AirPod Pros or something of that nature that's a little bit higher quality. Also, I will say that the dynamic range of them isn't very great. A lot of stuff just kind of meshes together that kind of goes along with the instruments, not like all sounding kind of like a mush. But that's not necessarily a bad thing if you're just trying to listen to music day to day. You're not like trying to really experience the precise musical instruments. Overall though, it's not a bad experience, but they're not exactly like for $150, what you're paying for at this price, as far as I can tell, is the convenient size. They are incredibly small. They go deep into your ear and they are actually somewhat hard to get out. Like you could go running, you could do almost anything and they're not coming out of your ear at all, which is really helpful if that's what you're looking for. They also actually have a built-in microphone, so you can use it to call. I'm actually gonna give a test of that right now. Hey, this is a test of the Mifo S headphones. Testing. Okay, so that's how they sound. Pretty decent, but not the best thing ever. But let's get into where they really thrive. The actual usability of them. They are so comfortable to wear and they fit deep into your ear. So they will not fall out at all. And I mean, you would have to be, I don't even know if you could get them out really. They go in really deep into your ear and it definitely it makes a flush fit. So that's really cool for another thing that these offer. Basically, you can go to sleep with them. Some people I know like to sleep with their headphones in. And like AirPods or anything JBL's made that I've tested, any of those type of things will definitely fall out. These go into your ear and sit flush. So like if you for instance, were trying to watch a YouTube video on the side and you want to have headphones in, you could normally it'd be pressing against your ear on the pillow. These fit right into your ear and go deep into it and they fit flush, so there's no actual pressure coming from them. It is incredibly comfortable, and I mean that's one use, but they just are incredibly comfortable whether you want to wear earmuffs if it's cold outside, something like that. All of that you'd be perfectly fine wearing these with, which I think is really incredible. It's actually really cool how small they are. There are some usability facts that aren't as good though. For instance, they don't automatically pause your music when you take them out of your ear. This can be normal for most people. They can just press the pause button, but when you get used to the convenience of AirPods, it really is kind of a downer. Another thing is the actual quality of the case is really, really nice. It's got this little spring attachment that just pops up like this, and it's really cool. But the unfortunate part is sometimes if you don't hold it in the right area, it won't actually pop up all the way. And I know that no one's gonna try to get their headphones out like this, but I'm just saying it's not as sturdy of a mechanism as I thought they could make, but it does spring up really cool. So you know what? I guess you lose some and win some. As for the actual quality of the earbuds themselves, they are very durable. They're IPX6, it's interesting. They've labeled it as IPX7 and IPX6 rating, but it seems like normally those ratings should be a singular rating, so I'm not exactly sure how that works out. But they seem pretty durable, and I'm sure I've sweat with them at the gym and they're perfectly fine. So I think if you're just trying to work out or something like that, you should be fine, but I wouldn't expect them to take them in the pool or anything like that. As for the case itself, it's got this fun pattern on it, and it really just looks like they Googled a bunch of outdoor words and made that the pattern in some sort of word art thing. And I mean, it's not everyone's pattern, and they do come in solid colors, but it's kind of a fun feature. Overall, it's a pretty solid product, and they even have little indicators to show you how much battery is left in the headphone case. So pretty useful. I will say though, one thing that is a downer is the actual controls on headphones. So each of them act as a single button, and you can press the button, but they don't do what you think they would do. They just kind of have it's not like tap once for pause, tap twice for skip, and tap 3 times for rewind. That's not what they do. Each of the headphones does different things, and then each has up to like a 4 taps and a hold tap. So I'm gonna put up on the screen what all of them do if you're interested, but it is not nearly as intuitive as you wish. And because there's no internal app or anything to control it with, there's no way you can change it. Another thing is they actually are Bluetooth 5. I think they're 5.2, but they're at least 5.0. And that does provide for some pretty good range, or at least I experienced pretty good range. Reading some other reviews online, I saw that they didn't experience as good a range as I did, but I was in a I left my phone inside and I went outside of a concrete building, and it was like 20 feet away, easy, 20, 30 feet, and it went perfectly fine. So your mileage may vary, but I've had a great experience using them, Bluetooth-wise. Okay, so now for some comparisons to some other things I recently reviewed. So the only other thing I reviewed in this price range was the JBL Live Pro 2. In comparison, these are much more comfortable to wear. There's nothing hanging out of your ear, so it's very comfortable. But I will say that the JBL sounded better, and they had an app that included everything in it, basically. So these, you can change between noise canceling, low noise canceling, and transparency. JBL had the same option, but it was more adjustable, and also the app allowed you to just change it way more conveniently than having to press a certain series of buttons like these do. So I will say that that's a little bit of a downside for this, but these are way more comfortable, and then those sound a little bit better. So there's gains and losses on both sides. But if you're looking for something else to check out, you go check out that video. But that's I don't know. That's really the only thing else I have to compare at this price range, because these are about $135 and those are $150. So just keep that in mind for something else maybe to check out. Okay, so now on to the conclusion. Should you actually buy these things? I think you should if this is what you're looking for. If you're looking for a low profile headphone that allows you to sleep with, or just something that won't fall out of your ear no matter what you're doing, I think these are a great choice. They're very quality, and I've used them for a couple weeks now, and they haven't had any sort of faults. The Bluetooth's been very reliable, and the controls, admittedly a little bit confusing, I'm sure you would get used to and learn. So I think that if this is what you're looking for, this type of headphone, I think you can't go wrong with these, and you should definitely pick some up. Thank you all so much for watching this video. It really helps me out and really makes me happy that you guys spend the time to watch me. Thank you all so much, and just if you guys could like and subscribe, that'd be really awesome. But that's all I have for today, so thank you so much. If you want, you can check out some of my other videos, but yeah, thank you.